buddy.
I couldn't see shit.
Can you guys select what level you're looking at? Right under the top icon for the select move with the arrow, is there a 3D cube?
Negative.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
I've got an arrow, paintbrush, magnifying glass, ruler, dice, and question mark.
Arrow, paintbrush, so you don't have that, magnifying glass, ruler, and what was below the ruler?
Dice, and then question mark.
Dice, question mark. Thank you guys, that really fucking helps. Okay, so that means, okay, cool. So you guys must be seeing everything except what I put on the GM level. That's probably why the light went nuts. Okay, we are set, guys. Let's see. The Reaver had just taken its attack. Ren,
That was up.
you had perceived... there was something else you perceived as well. So you notice what you did about the Borg, but now as your gaze flickers over to the far wall again, you now realize that some of this cascading kind of electric energy that seems to be coming out of the generator, you trace a trail across the floor over to a section of the wall that was hit previously by the errant round. And that section of wall that seems to have been damaged, there looks to be some kind of exposed panel box that took some damage. There's arcing energy running through that panel box along the wall, and it's either traveling through the floor or it's disrupted some internal mechanisms behind the paneling that are feeding the generator some kind of energy or some kind of containment field, something that's crucial. You would guess that that damaged panel box is causing whatever the problem is with the machinery in front of you, okay? Yes, and that's the end of what you notice with your perception check. You're now free to take whatever actions you're wanting to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what I can do as far as the robotics of this guy. I'm not familiar enough, so I'm gonna ready my blade and throw an attack out.
Okay. You use your bonus action to switch out weapons. You activate... You said you wanted to... activate your blade, right?
Yes.
And refresh my memory, that does a flaming sheath. The dark flames, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, so you go ahead and take a slash. Any particular kind of area, like a general area, are you wanting to... I mean, on something this big, you could basically go like, chest level for you, which is going to be its legs and pelvis, or you can kind of aim up towards its torso.
Action, like its stomach, like kind of where it connects from its, where its living tissue kind of connect to the robotic tissue is kind of where I'd be striking for.
Spinal stack.
Okay.
Well, if I can get to the back, obviously, but I mean, I don't know which way it's facing really. I guess I'm. Whose attention is it on right now?
It's facing towards Ymir.
Oh, then I would definitely go for its back then, as much as I could. Like it's like lower spine, by the above tailbone, above pelvic. But that's what I would be going for. Actually, can I do an aim? What do you call it? A called strike for that, and wait till my next turn to do it.
Usually with melee,
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I usually don't do that with melee attacks just because the fast and quick nature of shit. But what I do is usually the higher the strike is, the closer to what you're trying to hit it's going to be. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So go ahead and roll to strike with your blade, and that's roughly what you're aiming at. So
Now, am I clicking my Sword of Black Flame Strike then?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. Let me check real quick.
Because I have a tab to click that, just like my bolt caller I do.
I don't think I've been able to add in your bonuses yet, so let me just check what
I don't think
those
they're
are.
tied in like you were telling me last time.
Yeah, it's still kind of separated. Let me see. Combat ready, and that's with the Sword of Black Flame, and under active, strike +1. That should be damage is 5d6, so that's definitely for the sword. Let me check under modifiers real quick just to make sure. Heirloom sword. Is there a bonus to strike? That would be from weapons proficiency, and 5d6 is correct. So we'll take a quick look. Combat skills, there we go. Weapons proficiency sword is a +1. So yeah, you're going to have a +1 for your strike with this.
Oh, I can click the Sword of Black Flame and that should work properly? If it doesn't, I'll just add a +1 to it for now.
Yes. If that's... Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Well, it says Sword Strike bonus. I can put a 1 in there, right?
Yes.
Wait, no. That's my damage. I don't want to do that. I thought I was going to roll my attack. Okay, my bad. I'll just do the Sword Strike right here. Sorry.
There's... Do you see the ones down at the bottom? Like a red button that says initiative roll to tracker, and a purple one that says Ren, Sword of Black Flame Strike. You guys don't see those, do you?
Where's this at?
At the very bottom of the tabletop. Underneath everyone's character profile and name and everything.
I see Ren Bolt Collar Single Shot and Ren Sword of Black Flame Strike. That's all I see.
Ren. Okay, so you should be able to hit that Ren Sword of Black Flame Strike, and then just add a +1 as the bonus.
That's what I just did, and it rolled my damage, not my attack.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Bolt collar,
That's why it
okay.
says. That's why it has the description in the
I see.
chat
Yes.
box of me doing the attack, but I didn't hit yet necessarily. So.
Okay, so yeah, you can just do it through your profile then, and that should auto apply. That's weird. I don't know why it still says strike. I guess I haven't fucked with that in a while.
All right, so 10 to hit.
10. All right. So you're able to drag your blade viciously across its midsection. Let's see. You are not able to hit that kind of spinal core, but you are able to make a deep gash just below that on the left-hand side of the kind of like hip structure. So you do definitely score some damage close to where it's at its weakest, if not at that prime spot itself. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay.
I rolled the exact same numbers as last. I mean, not the same numbers, but I got the same outcome as last time.
All right. You see several sparks and little fragments of superheated metal fly off as your dark, fiery blade scores and pits through the mega damage material. The creature glances back at you as you do this, and you see its eyes flash maniacally at you, full of some kind of enhanced rage that the biological components seem to be being fed. Whatever this creature is, it doesn't look like it has much of its sentience left, just enough to enable it to feel anger and battle fury. All right. You switch out the weapon for the bonus and then the attack. Okay, so Akama, you're up.
DM question.
Yes.
Is there a way to pair both my blades at the same time?
I don't know if you have paired weapons or not. Let me take a look.
Probably not.
Okay, under combat skills, it's under weapons proficiencies. No, you only have knife and targeting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I figured. It was just a question to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I will try to jab the viral knife in the same spot that Ren did? Or at least
Where
higher
I
than
tried
that?
to. Yeah, where I attempted to.
Yeah.
Now remember, you've still got your God hands cast.
Alright, and I have the weapon already out. I guess I could shave it. Yeah. I guess I'll stow away the knife, and then kind of do like a hook toward
Okay,
the spine.
excellent, excellent. Yeah, the damage difference is
It's,
significant. So,
yeah.
all right, so you. All
I mean,
right,
those
man.
were made for throwing, so I mean,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
figured
Well, and your God
as well.
hands are like, if somebody pulls out a magic sword that is great at killing demons, it's that kind of weapon. It's just, it's fisticuffs kind of battles. So,
Yeah, I'm ready to fuck this dude up.
yeah, dude, those things will, they'll beat the shit out of stuff. All right, so you
Alright,
go ahead and take
I'm
a
gonna.
nice hook and rolling.
I just switched it, so now I'm on God hands.
Okay, let me make sure that that's all active for you. Okay, so you're on God hands, and it's got. Let's see.
Hand to hand, boxing,
God hands,
the
blood
armor,
splatter,
blood splatter,
and the
Voyager,
eyes. Look at that.
and
We
then the
got everything.
eyes.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I figured out what you were talking about, and I just edited all that. So now all three of them should be ready.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Oops. Whoa. Why is it not? There we go. Okay. All right, this is all set. So now all you need to do is under Ancient, under your active profile, you just
Strike.
rolled a strike. All right. You
Fucking missed, ayo.
you dip down and you try some more of that peekaboo stuff, and this time when you come back up, you whiff it, and you actually completely miss the creature, and kind of you kind of swing just in front of it, and it's just enough to kind of throw you just a bit off balance, but you're able to right yourself and correct and set up for next attack.
As a bonus action, can I like do like a spin and like keep spinning and try to like hit him with the spin attack?
That is very creative, but no, no. By the way, your bonus was
Fucking
used up
cabal
putting your...
over here.
right? You want to run past him super fast?
It's like
No,
those,
no.
videos
That
where you
was
see
a
a guy
good question,
trip and then
though.
he starts doing push-ups right away trying to show up. Like, yeah, I
Right,
didn't
it's
fuck
like,
it up.
it's
I was
nothing.
trying to do that.
Somebody gets hit by a car, they jump up. It's like, it didn't hurt. No big deal. No big deal. All right, so, and your bonus attack probably was used up with putting the knife away, but that was creative. That was creative. I give you points
Just
for that.
making sure.
Fuck yeah, man. Why not? Why not? All right. Okay, so Ymir, you're back up again.
Has Ymir righted himself from the last exchange he had with the monstrosity? Am I
I'm
up
sorry.
on my feet?
I'm sorry. No, that was your. This is your simultaneous attack round. It's
Okay.
basically the one that you're missing. My
Gotcha.
bad. My bad.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The Reaverborg turns towards you, Akama.
Of course, because I suck.
Actually, no. It doesn't even turn towards you. It is going to use
His foot and just stab me in the eye.
it's
Now I
going to
got
use
one eye.
one of its rear blades on its shoulder
Sweet.
Butt blade.
to lash out and try and do like a downward stabbing, piercing strike on Akama. But it is still facing Ymir. Let's see. Okay, it's got a +2 to strike. 10. Okay. You see this massive blade whirling down from the air at you. You would guess this is probably going to do some serious damage. Akama, what would you like to do? Now, keep in mind, because of your combat training,
Can I parry it?
all three of you, exactly, you have the ability without using an attack to parry any physical attack with anything you have that would parry it. So you can't like parry a chain sword with a fucking broom, but in this case, a mega damage melee weapon can be parried with his god hands because they're mega damage weapons. So
Yeah.
you absolutely can, and you should have some really good fucking bonuses.
What
to
if
do
you get a
that.
mega damage broom?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And luckily, you guys have someone in the party that can enchant like a little piece of aluminum to turn it mega damage. Okay.
Well, fuck me, eh? Put me right in the fucking stinker.
And
You get a huge plus to that too.
all right,
Yeah,
that was a 10. Yeah, so you go to try and parry, and as you extend one palm and try and basically almost grab a hold of the blade and push it to the side as it's coming down, your hand misses by a fraction of an inch. Now, it doesn't take it away an attack, but right away you feel the impact on your shoulder armor. It is 3d6. Okay. So 14 damage is done. And which one is your... That's your PPE. That's your...
I already applied the damage.
Excellent.
I'm at 21 now.
Excellent. Very nice. Okay, so you take some damage, but I believe that's your...
Knight in armor shell.
Oh, nice. That's still your fucking... your shield. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so it basically just sparks off of your mystical shell and does no real damage to you or your armor. All right. Ren, you are up.
I am going to, well, two things. I'm gonna start making my way towards that panel that was opened up, but I want to try to notice to see if any attention from this creature is on me. If not, I'll make my full movement there. If there is some, I will use a quarter of my movement and then use an action to try to prevent it chasing.
Like,
If I can perceive that at all, or if I can.
kind of like
gauge.
a attack of opportunity, trying to like dodge it, so to say.
Just to kind of prevent it from following me. Like if I notice that it's like, hey, where's he going? I'm gonna do something. If it's focused more on you two, I'm just gonna make my full movement there. I'd like to get all the way there if I could, but if I notice that I might be interrupted, or if it's gonna be chasing me, I want to do something to prevent that. If that makes sense. Yes. No. Hello.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it doesn't
Oh.
appear to be paying much attention to you at all.
Okay.
You would guess that you're going to have clear skies trying to get across to the other side of the room. That
Fuck
will
yeah.
that will allow you to get all the way over,
Excellent.
and then you'll have a bonus action left if you want to start evaluating the compromised panel.
Definitely, I would love to do that. That's amazing. Yes.
Okay. All right, so you are able to get over there. As you start, we'll say the panel is actually more kind of...
I've used my second dose when the combat started with this guy too, so I should be okay, I believe.
Yes. And did... Wait a minute, Akama, you haven't yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so Ren, as you get over here, why don't you go ahead and give me... Do you have mechanical engineer? Let's take a quick look at skills to see what would be most appropriate here.
My skills.
You also could use a psi ability to instantly diagnose things. That's another, another option.
I've got cybernetics, basic, bioware, mechanic.
You've got mechanical engineer. It looks like it's at 50%. I would be giving you a 15% bonus if you choose to go with mechanical engineer.
But I could use telemechanics on this?
You could if you choose to. That would basically give you a complete diagnostic of the system and tell you exactly what's wrong instantly. The whole, all the
Yeah, I'm
triggers.
gonna use that because I feel like we're in combat and I don't want to take too much time studying this and going away at it. So I'll try to use this also.
Okay. You are able, through touching the panel, to instantly recognize that there are a couple of sections of basically conduit that have been ruptured, and you would probably need about 2 to 3 minutes to break out your toolkit and be able to just simply replace the damaged lines. You would think that this would essentially restabilize the system. It probably would need some maintenance later on for sure, but you're pretty sure that within just a couple of minutes you'd be able to effect repairs to get this thing back up and running.
Therefore, completing our mission, you mean, as far as that goes? Like, that would get everything back in? No, okay.
This is just the regulator. It's not the generator, so to speak. It's not the power plant, so.
Okay. Well, realizing that it's going to take that amount of time, I will turn back towards the combat happening in the room and focus back on that at the moment until this gets a bit better underway.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
You also discern through the use of that ability that there's an area that you could push that's essentially the locking mechanism. There's a small panel inside of where you're working on right now that basically has the lock release for this door. And at the push of a button, you can easily open the door up. The panel on the left closest to you, the door panel, may be seized because of the damage done to the track and the wall. But the one on the right-hand side should have no problem opening up when you choose to.
Well, do I have time to maybe yell something out then to my group, a small thing, or no?
Not this attack. If you do want to push the button, though, to open the doors, you could do that.
Do I have an idea that if I open these doors that I'm going to be letting a ton of radiation in?
Yes, you are sure of it.
Then I will hold off on that.
As you get closer to this area, you can hear your Geiger counter picking up in intensity steadily. So,
snap, crackle, and pop quite a bit.
Yeah. So you want to hold off for right now?
I will hold off. I don't want to open these doors until my compatriots have had their second dose at least.
Okay. And Akama, let's see, Akama, you are up. What would you like to do?
I see that Ren went ahead and moved more toward the other door. So I'm gonna pop my second one. Second dose of red spray.
Okay, you pop that out deftly. You're able to...
Bonus action, question mark?
Are you able to pass your hand through the knight in armor?
Yes.
You're able to do that to use your tattoos. Okay.
Yes.
So you're able to easily pass this healing item through. You put the hypo spray, we'll just say, up to your neck in a separation in the armor or wherever. You probably got more open space on your guy. And once you contact it to your skin, it goes in just fine, no problems at all. So you now have your second dose in you. All three of you have your enhanced radiation protection going. Yes, bonus action. So what do you want to do for your main?
I wanna do a left hook this time, but can I do like a power punch left hook?
That's
That's
going
what you
to
could have
take.
done, Dex. Your
That's
first punch you could have missed, but then grab your spray like you were doing a big motion and all the flare sprayed yourself, so no one noticed. You're like, I wasn't
Doing a
swinging
little
at you, I was just
styling.
grabbing my shit.
Styling and
Psych.
profiling, baby.
Right?
Yeah.
So to do a power punch, you're going to have to sacrifice this turn, and it'll happen on your next turn.
Hell no, just swing, dog.
All right, so you go ahead and take a swing. Same general area.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll to strike.
Oh, while you're doing this, what is the difference between your power punch and a regular punch?
A
More
lot.
damage?
That's a lot more
Oh.
damage. It's 66 up to 1d6 times 10, so...
Well,
Okay.
Hey, I fucking hit him this time, motherfucker.
Now, as you do this, you see one of its rear blades, the one that actually just struck you, you see it lash out and try and parry aside your attack. 13.
Good luck to it.
That's with the bonuses, and it's got a +2 to strike.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay, so as it lashes out, it's able to easily and deftly knock your blow to the side, protecting itself from all damage. All right.
Bro, can I have its die? Because seems like...
trade you.
Betrayed you.
Okay, so we're now in round 4. Ymir, at long last, sir, you're ready to act. What do you got? Now, as you begin to take your turn, you hear the squelching and squealing of metal coming from the vault doors behind you become exponentially louder, and now you're actually hearing rumblings coming from the sides of the walls where the hinges and the framework of the door seem to be giving way under whatever the hell is
Is this our
happening.
final round before re-rolling?
This is the 4th round, which means I'm not sure which of you have 4 attacks and which of you have 5. I think Dex has 5, and I think maybe Ymir does as well.
Okay, so I'm
But
not sure how that works exactly.
So under your character, you're just going to go into character sheet, your active profile, and right towards the top, it's going to say attacks, right next to your initiative.
I got 5.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Ren has 4 and Ymir.
Oh, so different characters will re-roll their initiative at different times?
Correct.
Wow, that's confusing.
When
Okay.
somebody's out of attacks for that round, that's it. All they can do at that point is parry, because it's free, or you can still dodge, but it's going to take your first attack of the next round. So in this way, the people with more attacks, it's a huge benefit because you literally just get to do more.
Can I perceive how many attacks the monster got? No.
You're gonna know soon enough.
Fuck me.
And Ymir, it looks like you have 4 as well. You should have combat skills is expert. Does it say number of attacks? But attacks 4, but you have boxing, don't you?
Yep. Boxing, wrestling.
That should be 4, and boxing should be 1. Oh, that's because boxing isn't turned on right now. The axes, yeah, so we're going to have wrestling, boxing. We're going to have everything all the way down, pretty much always turned on down to here.
Not yet, puppy. Not yet. No.
I think... Yeah, that should be perfect right there. And blunt, world maker, that'll all go on when you're using that. Paired weapons. So... Anyway, the point is, boxing should pretty much always be on. You're using your axes, that all looks right. World maker, and this all looks right. So... For combat ready axes, we just need to go apply picked modifiers. That's all set. And now as we go back up to active, boom. Now you've got the right amount. I could have swore, I knew you had 5. I knew you had 5. We just had boxing turned off. So, all right. So Ymir, you're up.
Let's see here. Well, I'm going to attempt to hit the thing with both my axes. Ymir has righted himself, and he's right in the middle of the heat of combat, and he's kind of lost in it. And so he's preparing to strike the beast with both of his axes. Same spot everybody's trying to go for, or at least that general area, because he recognizes that that's the a weak point, or might be something that maybe his axes can cleave into now that there's been a little chip damage applied to it, or damage applied to it.
Since you've seen both of us go for it, just following suit.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right, so as you swing your axes towards the hip spine area, you're trying to sever this thing neatly. Go ahead and roll to strike. It is going to try and parry with 2 of its back blades. It swirls them around and it tries to actually parry both attacks. And that's the only reason it can, is because it basically has paired as well.
Okay.
So we're just going to compare die rolls. It has a +2 to parry. You have a 16. And it needs to match or better your roll. So it has a +2. I'd really like to... Yeah, let's do the advanced, and here we go, +2. Now the roll will be clean in the chat. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right. And because we're only going to roll once in these situations, both of your attacks hit, and it's unsuccessful parrying both. We're not going to do separate. So you do full damage from both axes, and your roll to strike was 16. So we're going to say that you are able to actually impact the central area, the spinal cord, if you will. Go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll see how badly you fucked it up.
Oh.
$3d6. That's not right. Go ahead and hit that same damage calculation again. It should be 66 because you're using both.
Wait, yeah. I clicked the wrong one. I just clicked base damage. My bad, not damage paired, right? Is that what I'm clicking? Damage paired?
Does that say 6d6?
Yes, damage paired, 6d6. Okay, cool. Never mind. Okay, there we go. Well, shit. Oh, wait, hold on. No, damage modifier. Nothing?
Nothing, yeah.
Okay. There we go.
All right. All right, so as you swing at its midsection, you see huge sparks shower off as you're able to score the armored column quite a bit. You would guess that this was significant enough damage right in the thinnest part, right at the very center part of that spinal armor, It was significant enough damage that you've probably broken through at least half of the armor around that point. Not enough to sever it in half if you did the same amount, but enough to at least completely get through the armor into whatever's probably most sensitive in the core there.
Okay.
Good damage though. Good damage, and that was 19. So
Does the axe like cleanly cut but not like sever? Or is
Correct.
it like stuck inside the side?
No, as his axes came, I don't know if you wanted to have both hit from the same side or do a scissoring thing or what.
No, it was I was thinking like a cross slash, like a paired cross slash where he would be aiming for the same spot with both of his points and doing like you said, scissor
Nice.
motion.
Okay, so as you did that, what you're noticing is the damage seems to have carved even grooves out in the front of the kind of spinal column, along the sides and along the front. So now it's much thinner in a straight line going across the front of the spine. Okay.
Okay.
And damage is registered. You would notice though that the rest of the unit looks really unaffected. Damage going to this area is probably only going to affect this central area. Hopefully it'll be able to kill it, but anyway, the point is, other than this, it doesn't look very impacted. Ymir is set. You already had your axes out. Did you want to take a bonus action?
Yes, Ymir's going to take one step back about this far, one square back, just to give himself some space and some breathing room. After that engagement, he's kind of resetting himself for whatever comes next.
Okay, excellent. Okay. The Borg. Let's see. It's looking at... Yeah, it's going to step forward. And let's see. It quickly sprints forward, leaps on the far wall, and scurries up the wall, turns to face all of you, and is now hanging from the ceiling by its spider-like legs. The way that it has positioned itself, it's going to be extremely hard to hit that spinal cord now, because the bulk and the girth of its upper torso are now hanging down and leaned up and over so that its face is facing you guys and the blades are kind of hanging over its shoulders. So from this perspective, close to the wall, it's now putting its body between you guys and its spinal cord. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Now, Ymir still has a fairly good angle because of your height. But that's the only reason. And it still would make it hitting that area a little bit harder. Okay? Cool. Other than this, the thing just splays out its blades and prepares itself for whatever comes next. It's obviously taking just a little bit of tactics here, which surprises you guys. All right. Ren, you are up.
Without having any telemechanics, because I don't have enough ISP, I wouldn't be able to take control of this other drone that's inactive, would I?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
I think why don't you check under the description and see what the duration of telemechanics is? I thought it was an instant cast, but
it is.
But you know, if it's not, you have a duration.
Oh no, it's 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Well, shit.
Add back.
My last cast wouldn't have.
Yeah, we need to add back
10 ISP.
Let me see if I
That's my bad for not reading the description. I didn't realize that.
ISP. Actually, I can just go on the token. That should be... Oh, no. We have it set up for armor, so...
I can just write it down for now, that I have 10 more.
You could go into your profile and add it, no?
I don't know if I can as a player.
Let me take a quick look.
You can add PPE back in.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not sure what the most efficient way to do it is. I'm just taking a look under
Go to
So-
Psionics and see where it says
current 6.
that spot where it says reset ISP. Don't click that button, but you can probably add points back into it.
I'm gonna hit plus. What is that? 10.
I got it. I got 16 in there now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
I'm going to then. Can I use telemechanics on this second drone?
Yeah,
I'll
and
try to-
you don't need to recast, obviously. So you
Yeah.
go ahead
I'm just
and
going to use my active.
absolutely you pick it up, and as you pull the sphere from your pouch or backpack, you focus on it just briefly, and with your main action, you're able to get it back online and fully functional. It does.
Is there less resistance since that she's not actively fighting it now? I'm not tearing this thing apart like the other one.
Correct. You would say that its system is compromised from being hacked and hijacked, but not nearly to the level that it was previously when it was struggling against the alternate signal. And you would guess that you're going to get a little more use out of this one than you did out of that. However,
Okay.
you would guess that the more you use this, the more damage it's going to take, and the less useful it's going to be for research later on. Okay?
Understandable.
All right. Yeah, so you're back up and you have your bonus action left.
Can I use whatever left I have to send this out to try to zap this guy again?
Yes, you instruct it to do that. And
then it gets its own turn in action, right? To movement and action.
correct. Sorry,
So my bonus action would be instructing it, and then it would get its turn. In that instruction, could I instruct it to go pulse? If successful, head back to me. If not, stay and try to pulse again for its next turn. Like, could I give it that advanced instructions in that sort of time, or do I just kind of go with it as we go?
So tell me again what you wanted to do.
I'm not sure if I'm getting ahead of myself here, is why I'm asking. My ideal goal is to send it out, pulse, and have it return. But if it doesn't stick the pulse, to have it stay there.
Yeah, you're able to tell it to basically pulse until it gets success.
I mean, I
and
guess my
then-
next turn I could just make it pulse again if it didn't stick. So yeah, I'll just have it go out and pulse.
Okay. This should be smaller. I guess that's as small as it can get. Okay, so you instruct it to do that. You feel that it's going to be able to comply, no problem. And right away, it flies off. What is... Let me check the range on that. I want to say you hit shift. I forget how exactly you plot points. Didn't one of you guys tell me how to do that?
Yeah,
Oh.
right click.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 50 feet. So all it's going to be able to do is basically fly right up to it in this attack, and then it'll be able to fire off on the next attack. Okay.
I thought it has a 30-foot range on
Well,
its pulse.
the thing is, you're going to want it to get in front of. It has a pretty wide cone. You're going to
Oh,
want it
okay.
to
So I
get
don't
in
want
front
to.
of a
Otherwise, it
conduit.
would hit other people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get it as close as possible, I guess, then, without putting it in harm's way, as much as possible. Hopefully, it won't be
You get the
too.
feeling if it stays back here. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll
I'll
say
move
that
it
you.
as close as I can, so it doesn't necessarily draw attention, or get the closest to it, and then next turn move it maybe closer if I need be, pulse, and then move away if possible.
Okay, we'll say that it comes down over here. That way, it's plenty of range away, but it can definitely sweep in and do a pulse. Maybe even do a pulse unobstructed next time. So, and then still have movement. So, does that look good?
That'll work.
Okay.
I can't really see too well because the lighting's weird, but yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay. We'll say you're
It's
able to
right
step
here.
this way. Can you see that now?
I can see that lit up part. Yeah, I can see the arrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
right where that's
It's just
coming
all
from is
that
is
whole
it.
room's gray for me now.
Okay.
So where the arrow is where it is.
So I'm confused. Is this area completely pitch black?
Which area?
The areas that we're in right now.
There should be the green glow coming from.
The only green glow I have is coming from my night vision. Everything else is like grayed out, like I've been through the area before, but it's not like lit up at all. Like it's pitch black, but I've
Okay.
traveled through there.
Yeah, I'm looking through from your point of view now, and it's basically your night vision looks like it's superseding the glow from the room, I believe. So if you want, well, you have what? Your multi optics band on right now, right?
Correct.
That should actually be washing everything out. Let me see something. Let me see if I can kill your night vision.
Sorry, I'm just struggling with the maps a lot because the lighting's all weird and hard for me to see things.
Let me
I mean, if it's supposed to be like a dark area where nothing's lit, I understand it. But other than that, I think I should see way better than I am seeing if there's lights in this area. Otherwise, I would have been using my shadow meld the entire time, but I didn't think I had shadows to hide in.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Give me 1 second, guys. This is not a problem. I'm going to throw something in to take care of this. I know we just picked up some lights. Sorted animated. You guys can talk amongst yourselves too if there's anything you're wanting to, if you're wanting to ask me anything, if you're wanting to, whatever. Castle on the Thorn is full force fields. Sorry, I got a lot of this shit. Here we go. Lighting, glows, and windows. Let's grab. What would a good one be? Let's go with this fucking crystal, I guess. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna shrink it. Shrink it a little more. Okay, now let me see if we can. It's on the token layer. That should be perfect. So let's see if we can go to dynamic lighting. If we can turn on bright light, we're gonna go. I wanted this to be about 100 feet. And no low light, no directional. This is all good. And this was supposed to be bright green. So let's see. Okay. All right, now, Ren, you can see that just fine.
No, it's turned the area into like a purple pixelated something outside of the room. Like it's super green now, but then outside of the room by where my orb is, it's like
Yes, and
Pixelized.
that's I'm not sure why it's pixelized, but you should only be able to see partially
I
because
get that because my view's obstructed. I understand that part, but I don't understand. Like, yeah, I guess it glitched out a bit.
okay.
It's fine. It's better than before. So
Okay.
I don't want to hold this up.
The only light sources should be coming from that generator and from the blue glow off of the anti-armor unit, and other than that it should be dark. So
Oh, so it has been pitch dark in this room most of the time?
not
Like
in
the previous room?
Yes, the previous room that you were in, correct.
Oh, fuck. That's why I didn't use Shadow Meld earlier, because I thought we were completely lit in the room. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Yeah, my turn's over, I think. I just sent the drone in to do its thing.
Okay.
And I'm at the, yeah, my action was to activate it and then send it forward, and then it's moved forward and ready to burst on its next turn, and that's my turn.
All right, excellent. Akama, you are up.
I will pull out my TW weapon, and then I guess ready it to throw it to the guy.
Okay, you can do that all in one action if you'd like. I mean, you
Sweet.
can ready it as your bonus and then throw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that it's on static charge,
Okay.
and then toss it toward him. Trying to aim
Alright.
at least center mass.
Okay, excellent. And I'm going to make sure in your profile that we've got everything set. That's God Hands. We want to do TW Gravity Shock Knife. Let's try apply picked modifiers. Shock Knife. We should have this and this.
It has night, proficiency knife, gravity shock knife, targeting, Voyager, and then eyes. You added hand to hand and boxing to it.
Yes, those should always stay on.
Okay. I thought if it
And-
was specific, it won't be on for that.
No. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so this I'm trying to build them so it's stacking, but yeah. All right, so the shock knife is up. Let me make sure that has. That's all good. Targeting. Voyager. Yep, that is all set to go. So you should be able to just roll on throw.
Rolling.
Woo!
Let's fucking go.
Fucking A. All right, man. So as you hurl your blade through the air, it whistles sharply as the crackling charge ripples across it. It strikes this thing right in the weakened armor that has already been scored and destroyed. And as it hits there, you see that it seems to penetrate through. Go ahead and roll your damage for that.
Damage main hand.
Should be, yeah, what is it, like 4d6, I believe?
46. Cool.
Yep.
No modifier.
No.
Making sure. Disgusting. Alright.
Okay. So you see. Here, let me apply that real quick. Okay, you see that immediately the charge of electricity that is forced through its chassis overloads something critical right in that kind of spinal armored core that you guys have been working on. And as that happens, let's see, we're going to do a endurance. Okay, you see that this thing seems to partially seize up, and it right away digs its clawed legs into the ceiling, and it has like two of them in the wall behind it for support as well. It digs those claws much more deeply into the surrounding mega damage concrete. This actually sends a shiver down your guys' spines because it makes you realize if this thing basically just pinned you down and tried to push its legs through you, it'd go through probably like a hot knife through butter the way it's carving through mega damage concrete. It slides its legs even deeper in to the surrounding material in a spasm and a kind of mini seizure, and its back blades seem to writhe and curl around like serpents, going according to their own volition. Its head jerks around pretty violently, and you see a little bit of smoke coming out of its left ear. There seem to be flashes and sparks coming from some of its exposed circuitry, and right as this thing seems to take this massive hit, you guys hear an incredibly loud, rending metallic sound as the door behind you begins to actually open. It's being forced from the center, and it is finally actually giving way and allowing a small amount of light to start pouring forth from the room beyond. Okay, that's the end of the fourth action. So we're heading into the fifth. Let's see. Right there. Okay. All right, guys. At this point, it looks like Ymir, you are up.
Yes, sir. So I want to use my bonus action to
Wait. Sorry. 1 second. Roll a 20-sided die for do a perception check for me.
Perception check. Got it.
Bro, slap this dude down so I can punch him in the face. Swat him down like a fly is.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. As the door is starting to be forced open, right away, your nostrils are assailed by the shocking, overpowering odor of a huge amount of Wotek's blood now wafting through, the scent wafting through the opening door. Okay? This right away floods your system with adrenaline and sends you into a mild, not panic, but right away you are now at a 10. This is extremely concerning. Okay? What's that?
I said frenzied or
Yes.
getting to that. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It is now your attack. You can't really see anything on the other side of the door yet. It's like the very middle is being wedged open, and it's almost like a curtain being like slowly parted. You're not sure if it's what it's by, but it's like two things spreading themselves, basically
like
widening
right
a hole. Correct. Widening a hole in the center of the door.
Fuck us. Fuck us right in the kisser. Golly. We gotta hurry up and put this motherfucker down.
So
Oh,
Ymir's attention still focused on the spider demon. Yes, he feels the sense because he smells Wotek's blood, and that just makes him even more, he's halfway basically feral at this point.
bro,
So
destroy this fucking piece of shit.
he steps back one square like that, notices the dead body of the flame guardian, which she ended not too long ago.
Okay.
He tucks his axes into his belt just for a brief moment. Uses his massive bulk,